What did you do?
What?
Oh, don't give me that crap. You know exactly what you did.
Yeah, I made a trade. So what?
Made a trade? You put Garnet Hathaway and Brad Marchand on the same team.
So?
So? Do you understand how dangerous this is?
I do, actually. And at times like this, I think of what my hero would say. And I think he'd say something like...
Some of you may die, but it's a sacrifice I am willing to make.
Low quality fans of a high quality Bruins team, that is another dub. It is 1 a.m. I'm trying to be a little quiet because people are sleeping. I should be sleeping. You're probably watching this at 6 or 7 a.m. because you, lucky duckling, are sleeping. Oh, I gotta wake up at 5 a.m. This is gonna be a tough one, but hey, that game was a doozy. If you went to bed, you missed out on a heart attack. Or like 6 or 7 heart attacks. It was one of those games where the defense isn't happy, the goaltending isn't happy, the coach isn't happy, but the offense had fun. So, yeah, great. The Kraken 4-5-1 in their last 10. Now that we have beaten them, we have beaten every team in the league at least once, except for the Edmonton Oilers, who we have yet to play. We're going to talk about that, not later in this video, but I'm sure in that video. Their special teams is atrocious. They're very bad on the penalty kill and on the power play, but they're still scoring in heaps. The problem is, with every passing game, it seems like their defense gets worse and worse. In the beginning of the season, it felt like they kind of had something going, and it's just been gently sliding down lately, which you kind of expect when your goaltending is Martin Jones and Philip Grubauer, so... what are you going to do there? Jesper Froden making his season debut, I believe, with them, which is, fun. If you remember him, he was on the team last year. Got upset as the season ended because he came here to play hockey and wasn't good enough to make the team, so he got upset about it. And we went, bye. So he went away. Donskoy and Burakovsky are still out, and you'll remember from our last meeting, we got shut out by them to end our home point streak. It was our first loss of the season in regulation at home because we got shut out by Martin fucking Jones. But that's okay because we got our revenge by, scoring as many goals as possible. Swayman's going to get the start. He's going to have a not great game. I even wrote down he has a 9.48 across his last 7 games. Woo! That just cratered. He allowed 5 goals on, I want to say 41 shots, 40 shots, which, could be worse, but still... yikes at the 5 goals. Smith not playing, of course, because he's just been traded. Zaboral is going to be our 7th D. We are going to roll without a 4th right wing this game. We are still missing Nosek. And if you want to watch the video where I break down the trade for Garnet Hathaway and Dmitry Orlov, it is the one before this one. So go check it out. But let's talk about this game, shall we? Puck drops, and 40 seconds in, you like, comment, subscribe. Nailed it. But seriously, 40 seconds in, what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What was that? Pasta, shot, in the offensive zone, rebound, Seattle collects, McAvoy decides to pinch on the right wall while they have full possession. Made no sense. They go right around him. It's a 3-on-1 against Grizz the other way. Grizz decides to take the pass, which I assume was the plan. Maybe Swayman said something. I don't know. But Grizz moves to the left, leaving Beniers wide open in the slot to just fire away. And he does, and he beats Swayman glove side. And there was no winning this situation. Do you want him to take the shooter? Do you want him to take the pass? I don't know. Maybe that's a conversation between him and Swayman. Either way, 40 seconds in, it is 1-0 because of a total mental breakdown. In the first 5 or 6 minutes of this one, awful. Really, the first 10 minutes, it was sloppy. And it was sloppy the whole time, but extra sloppy. 7:30 in, though, another odd man rush. It's a 2-on-1, and Grizz bats the pass out of the air to break it up brilliantly. Let's give him a little bit of credit because we got to talk bad stuff about him later again. 8:42 left. Looks like we're going to give up another one, but Sway comes up huge, and it looks like he's kind of locking it in. That was false, but it looks like he is. He's challenging every shooter. He's coming out to them because he has to. Because every shooter's opportunity is them alone with the puck, and clearly the defense is not going to get there to actually disturb them. So Swayman has to keep coming out of them. As the game went on longer, it felt like Swayman was getting farther and farther back in his net,
and it kept leading to goals against. Not strictly because of that, but it was a weird change that I noticed throughout the game. It's like he lost confidence as the game kept going. Very strange, but it's fine. He makes some big saves here, and we're going to go the other way, and it's a broken play. But the puck is loose on the goal line to the left of Grubauer. And Pasta just tries a no-angle shot and goes post and out. Pasta recollects it, grabs it, circles around the net. And what's so impressive about this, he chucks it to Zacha, who's taking a beating just to be in front of Grubauer. And immediately when it gets on his stick, he just spins with it, uses his hips to kind of keep the defender behind him, whips this puck over to Krejci, who's on that left circle, who makes no mistake, and beats Grubauer blocker side. It's 1-1. And about 8 minutes left of the first. You feel pretty good. We are going to have a penalty kill to deal with. 6 minutes left of the period. We kill it. It was Marchand for goaltender interference. He kind of went through Grubauer. It was a weird call, but whatever. We killed that one. On to the second. And again, right in the beginning, 1:17 in. The Bruins start the period slow. We have a little bit of time in the offensive zone, but it goes right back the other way. Face off in the left dot, won by the Kraken. And Vince Dunn, from the top of the left circle, just kind of skates into the middle of that high slot and hammers this on net. I don't know if it got tipped. I can't really tell. But it confused Swayman because this beats him low glove from a distance. And yeah, there's bodies in the way and everything. But this was one you really want Swayman to have. But it's 2-1. And again, maybe it got deflected and I just couldn't see it on the replays. So maybe there's more of an excuse for Swayman. But 2-1 on a play that looks like you really want him to have that. And we're only $1:17 in. But less than a minute later, Pasternak's going to remind us of something. Turnovers happen. They happen, and they're frustrating. But his ability on individual plays when they work is almost unmatched in the league. Obviously, McDavid exists, but there's not many others you would argue are better than Pasternak at this. Down the left wall, a nothing play, and he just puts Larson in a blender. Goes right through him. He's in the bottom of the left circle too. Skates into him. Fakes out. Goes in through the legs right around him. Larson's left in the dust. He's sobbing on the ice. It's pathetic. And he goes right in on Grubauer and goes top shelf glove side from 3 feet in front of him. It's 2-2. Less than a minute after allowing that goal to the Kraken, whoever the hell scored it, because I'm already forgetting. Massive. Can you tell I'm tired? Like, I feel like this is such a weird energy, too, because I can't be yelling and shouting. And I'm not usually a big yeller, but, like, usually there's a little more energy behind it. But 7 minutes in, defensive breakdown. Marchand gets a freebie on a cross-crease pass, and Grub absolutely robs him with the glove. It was, I want to point it out because it was the one big save that Grub made this game. Maybe not the one, but there weren't a lot of saves going around. 11:08 left. Pasternak knocks down a clearing attempt. It gets over the line, though, so he has to wait a second. Marchand touches back up. They both go right back into the zone. He dishes over to Marchand, who circles the net and attempts a wraparound. It gets smacked away from Marchand. Bergeron immediately has to jump off his man in the slot to go fight another defender just to get to this puck. Ends up pinning it to the wall and then bumping it back out to Marchand, who flings it up to McAvoy on that right point. McAvoy is going to hammer this down in the slot. Bergeron went back and returned to his screening position. It bounces off the pile in front directly to Marchand, who's on the right side, who gets a wide open net. And it's 3-2. And for a dumb second, I went, there it is. Yeah, we're going to take this game over now. Less than a minute later, another total breakdown in the neutral zone this time. Players falling down left and right. Good fun. 3 Kraken go to the net. 4 Bruins players go to the net, go to our net. And that leaves Alexiak wide open in the slot. They dish the puck back up to Alexiak, who goes top frigging corner, sniper-rooney and cheese. It's 3-3. And we are midway through the game. 2:47 left of the period. Grizzo's going to go for slashing. We're going to go on a penalty kill late in the period, 30 seconds into it. Bergeron jumps on a pass. It's a listless pass up to the point. He jumps on it, pokes the puck away from the defender. Marchand gets there in support, ends up bringing the puck up the left side. It's a 2-on-1. It's a perfect pass to Bergeron. It's a perfect shot, glove side on Grubauer. And it is 4-3 on a shorthanded goal. And there, I was like, good. We're going to take this one over. We got this. And then less than a minute later, they're still on the power play, and it's a lucky bounce this time. It's just Gord trying to pass across the slot from the left bumper position, just tries to whip it through the slot. McAvoy gets a stick in the way, but him getting the stick away tips it high glove. 4-4 power play goal for the Kraken. Yeah, 20 seconds left of the period. Greer and Bjorkstrand keep cross-checking each other off the face-off. And then Gord's going to come in and also do some cross-checking. So it's going to be 4v4 because both of Gord and Greer are going to go for roughing. But before the period ends, during live play, McAvoy will be called for holding. The play doesn't stop, so it just means we're going to start the third period, 4v3 for 141, and then 5v4 for 19 seconds. We kill both of those off. With 13:44 left, Foligno is going to go for slashing because players can't hold onto their damn sticks. He knocks the stick out of someone's hands. It's fine. 48 seconds left of the penalty kill. Coyle gets into the offensive zone and ends up drawing a cross-checking call by Dunn from behind Grubauer's net. It's going to go 4v4 for 48 seconds and then 5v4 for a $1.12 for power play time for the boys. Still during the 4v4, it's a pass to Krejci in the slot, and he misses the net by 8 feet. Awful. But that's okay, because at least he shot. And then during the power play, directly after that, Krejci gets the puck at the bottom of the left circle. Grubauer is down facing the wrong direction. And Krejci doesn't shoot. I mean, look at this. He doesn't shoot. He decides to try to dish it across to Marchand. Marchand gets it, but then the shot is blocked. It was just, I have no clue what goes through someone's head in that moment. It's just so weird. So weird. 5:38 left. Marchand and Bjorkstrand go at it. Both are going to go to the box. 4v4 for 2 minutes. And during this 4v4, it's a hell of a tip. 4:10 left. Grizz turns it over in our zone. He's had a couple of those lately that have been really rough. And then Borgen ends up firing a real basic shot from the point, but he's looking for a tip. And it's hard and low, and Schwartz beats McAvoy to the slot, and this is a perfect tip to beat Swayman, high blocker, and it's 5-4 with 4:10 left. It's a little scary, right? 4 minutes left. Are we going to score? Well, 30 seconds later, during the 4v4, Kraken turn it over in their zone while bothered by Hall. Lindholm from the left point fires it hard and low to Carlo, who's at a backdoor tip-in with some distance, but he gets the puck past Grubauer, and it's 5-5 just 30 seconds later, and we have 3.5 minutes of bullshit left. But with $1:37 left, Marchand fighting hard, gets through a defender to retrieve a puck, sends it up to McAvoy, who fires this low to the slot from the left point, and DeBrusk with a perfect tip through his legs and a defender's legs to go high glove on Grubauer. A lot of tip goals. Those are hard to do, so a little bit of luck goes into that. But beautiful game-winning goal, 6-5. We managed to kill the last 137 after that, which we weren't sure we would be able to because of how the game had gone. But we have beaten the Kraken. We have beaten every team other than the Oilers, which is just so fun for me to say. Game notes. Seattle's home ice sounds like the fakest noise of all time. The cheers and everything, it was so strange. Dead quiet for the majority of the game. Except for when something happened, you'd have a sharp spike of noise for about 2 seconds, and then it cuts off just as hard. And obviously, you're not allowed to filter in more crowd noise. Like, you're not allowed to do that during play. And I don't think they're doing that, but it is the most strange sound I've ever heard during a hockey game. It would just boom, boom. So weird. So weird. I just had to voice that opinion. I saw a lot of complaints about this. The Kraken got the first 4 power plays, right? And yes, the refs missed a call here or there on them, whatever. This is why they even up games. Because I saw people losing their mind over this. And you're not wrong for getting pissed about this. Especially when the standard is they even up power plays through a game. But you can't have it both ways. And honestly, I thought the Kraken were playing a much more disciplined game up to that point and wasn't surprised we had more penalties. So you just can't have it both ways. You can't talk about how ridiculous it is that the league evens them up, but then you have a game like this where you're not getting the calls and you're like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. To me, it seemed like this was actually getting called the right way. To me. Last note, I mean, Swayman not good, defense not good. This is a throw away the tape kind of game. This was a bizarre game. A lot of tips, a lot of mistakes, a lot of sloppiness. You just got to walk away and reset. We've won 5 in a row now. it was a tough game. Let's do better in Vancouver, all right? Let's not overthink this one at all. We might have the new additions in the lineup for Vancouver. I think that's a little early, but we'll see what happens. For now, I'm going to go get some sleep after I finish editing and the train passes by. Go Bees!